Well, that just happened. Remember in my thoughts on Steve and Smash video when I said this?
I think they're all going to be from franchises that we haven't seen yet. So yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing characters like Raiden or Sephiroth.
That certainly aged well, didn't it? So, in case you haven't heard, for one reason or another, Sephiroth, the main antagonist of Final Fantasy VII, is joining Super Smash Bros. In as Challenger Pack 8. He's the third character in the second Fighter's Pass. And holy shit! Like, I wasn't ever going to do like a reaction thing to the Game Awards because one, the video would have been like copyright claimed like 14 times over, and two, it went on from it was over three hours long. That would have fried my camera battery life. But I wish I was recording myself for the Smash reveal. That completely caught me off guard. Like, Nintendo, hours before the show, they put out something like, oh, hey, we're going to have the next Smash character shown off at the Game Awards. And so I was like, neat. And yeah, I was going to watch the show anyway, because, I mean, might as well see what... And there was other neat stuff. I mean, we got a revival of Perfect Dark, and Ghosts and Goblins. Monster Hunter Rise got a new demo. Nier Replicant looks cool. I haven't played the original Nier. Might want to try that out. But yeah, I think most people can agree that Smash stole the show. Again. Which is a good thing, because last year's didn't have a Smash reveal, and was really freaking boring. So, it's like, what do I say? Like, okay, the trailer starts off, and right away, I really like how, like, in the cinematic, they actually have, like, the DLC characters in, like, the CG, because we see Banjo-Kazooie, and then Hero, the Dragon Quest III Hero. This is the first time we've seen, like, other DLC characters in, like, these CG things that wasn't their own trailer. That was really cool. So it was during the whole World of Light thing with Galeem blasting them, and I guess they get dirty this time instead of just instantly vaporized. That was funny. And then, like, something comes and slices Galeem in half vertically. And I know a lot of people, myself included, thought it was like, oh, Sora! And because Sora sliced a skyscraper in half in Kingdom Hearts 2, and that was cool. I know Xemnas throws buildings at him. Okay, whatever. And so I don't know if people think it was Sora. And then you hear the boom, 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 and immediately something went off in my head. I was like, oh shit. And yeah, and then we hear Cloud. We see Cloud, and he goes to Sephiroth, because Japanese. And then like Sephiroth comes like into full view, and he looks exactly how he should. And I completely lost my shit. I just jumped up out of the couch and was like, what the hell? No fucking way! And like that Sephiroth is like, you know, people are like, Banjo-Kazooie was their character. They were like, oh, I really want it, but it's never gonna happen. That was me and Sephiroth. Like, Sephiroth was a character I always wanted in. He's one of my favorite villains. He's right there with, like, Kefka and I think it's different video game villains. He was always, like, one that I was just really, really wanted. Um, but like I barely ever like talk about him because like I was always thinking, oh well, they're probably gonna have like from like different franchises because like honestly I honestly thought it was gonna be Sora because how Kingdom Hearts is like Square's second biggest franchise after Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest doesn't count, that's Enix. And apparently not. But yeah, Sephiroth's here. He looks great, and then he like completely decimates everyone. Like, he summons Meteor, and like he slices away Bayonetta and Greninja, and then he like attacks Mario, and everyone's seen the image by now. It looks like he's impaled Mario, which if he did, that would have easily been the darkest thing Smash has ever done. But no, the Masamune just went like through an overall strap, and that was funny. And then Cloud comes and they have an Advent Children battle, complete with Cloud unleashing Omnislash version 5, which is interesting. We've never seen a character get a new version of a Final Smash ever, or at least, especially not in DLC, because Cloud's Final Smash normally is just regular Omnislash. And then here you got Omnislash version 5 against Sephiroth, which is from Advent Children. Thing where like Cloud breaks up the fusion sword into a bunch of other swords and he slashes Sephiroth with every single one of them. And the whole time, like the Advent Children version of One Winged Angel is playing, which is great. It's not my favorite version. That would be FF7 remakes. That's incredible. But it's very fitting for the trailer that they did. And then like Cloud does all "Stay where you belong in my memories," and Sephiroth. I mean, of course, they're speaking Japanese because I guess they were the only ones I could get. Sephiroth just says, "I will never be a memory." That's probably a shitty Sephiroth impression, but and then he goes into his wing because like in the Advent Children he disintegrated after his wing circled around him, but then he turns into Savior Sephiroth, and like holy shit, which I'm guessing is going to be his final smash. He turns into Savior Sephiroth and then there's like Supernova. That would be interesting, and hopefully it'll take short of 2.5 minutes for the animation to do. Savior Sephiroth actually appeared before. He was in Dissidia NT. He was a costume for Sephiroth, and it looked like garbage. Like it looked like more like a Castlevania Judgment type skin for him. That's the trailer. Like I said, Sephiroth. Sephiroth is like one of the few characters left that could really give me a whole holy shit reaction. Sora and Crash Bandicoot were like the two ones that I wanted most and was seriously thinking about. Like, those would have done it. Travis Touchdown would have, except he's a Mii costume. Dr. Eggman, that's another one. Yeah, there were 3 Final Fantasy characters that probably could have gotten that. And I don't think any of them could have gotten in because they're the most iconic of all time. Tara Branford, Kefka, and Sephiroth. Those are the ones that I would have had the biggest reaction to. Like I said, I like Kefka more. He's my favorite villain in all of gaming. He's up there with favorite villains of all time. It's like Kefka and Sephiroth, and then we have like the Emperor from Star Wars and Azula and Smaug and probably someone else. But yeah, and both, and like, all right, let's get to like some of the deals. Sephiroth's sword, okay, they clearly didn't shrink it, which is, I suppose, a good thing for character, because shrink his sword. That's like his long ass sword is like one of his defining character traits. He's along. It's as iconic as his long silver hair and his wings whenever he has them. I love how they just keep adding these really long range fighters to just go, oh no, this character has the longest range in Smash. Because they did with the Belmonts, they noted that in like the August 2018 presentation. And then they had Byleth with the I forgot what weapon it was. What was it? It was his or her forward smash. It was Dimitri's Lance or something? I don't remember. I'm not familiar with most of them. I went Black Eagles on my route. And then we had Min Min, who speaks for herself. Those long-ass, stretchy noodle arms. Literally, in this case. And then we have Sephiroth. I don't know if his range is going to be as long as Min Min's. But, like... And then he can, like, pull out his one singular wing, which apparently does something to his attacks. I don't know. We're supposed to have a... Okay, I always do this. Every time I do one of these videos, I think I have it all figured out, and then I just forget what I'm going to say, and then I start stammering and rambling like a complete moron. So this was really big for a number of reasons. First of all, this is the first third-party character to get a second rep that isn't an Echo fighter. Because previously we had like Richter, who was an Echo of Simon, and Ken, who was an Echo of Ryu. Those made total sense. They have like the same movesets in their games. But Sephiroth obviously would never have worked as an Echo Fighter Cloud. That would have been Zack. It is still kind of a missed opportunity that they didn't have Zack as an alternate costume for Cloud. However timeline messy that would have been. But then again, this is also the game where we have Young Link, Toon Link, and Breath of the Wild Link in the same game, so who cares about continuity? Yeah, he's also the first third-party villain in the series, and also the first villain to be DLC, which is really interesting. Because, like, I remember, like, before Ultimate was announced, or was fully shown off at E3 2018, the only villains we really had were Bowser, Ganondorf, and Bowser Jr. DDD, Meta Knight, and Wolf, and Dark Pit are just more anti-heroes, really. They've never really been true villains. But then, like, we got, like, Ridley, and then King K. Rool, and it was like, oh, guys, it's gonna be, like, heroes versus villains. And they just didn't release another villain. And here we go. They, got, you know, one of the most iconic villains in anything, really. Honestly, all they really need is Dr. Eggman, and they'll have the four most iconic video game villains of all time. Bowser, Ganondorf, Sephiroth, and Eggman. I just want to, like, talk about, like, what this means, because again, like, first, third party, this means they can go back to, like, series where, like, they already have representation. I mean, yeah, we have Byleth, but different continuity, different world. This is the same world. So, anything they're saying, oh, they've already done this game, they can't do it again. That's out the window. So I guess that does mean, so I guess that opens the door for, like, I don't know, maybe the Champions or Breath of the Wild. That's all I can think of at the moment. Also, the bigger thing is what this means for Final Fantasy, because everyone knows Final Fantasy got the short end of the stick in the base game. Like, Cloud was represented really well as a fighter, but everything else was lacking. His stage was great, I love the stage. I love all the summons. Even if it is just the layout is basically Battlefield, which I guess is fine when you're have so many stage altering elements with the summons. But he only had 2 music tracks, and they were both just original things on the PS1 game. And he didn't have any spirits, which is weird. Not even of the summons. So this is clearly going to remedy that. And obviously Sephiroth will have spirit. I really hope they do have more spirits. I want to see like Tifa and Barrett and Aerith and Kate Sith and Yuffie and Vincent and Hojo and Sid and Genova and all the other characters whose names I forgot. Maybe they'll do like other like Final Fantasy characters, like with, again, like Terra and Kefka and Squall and Tidus and Lightning and Yuna and Noctis and all those guys. I doubt it. I think they're probably just going to stick with FF7 characters, but I can dream, can I? Also, I'd be shocked if at least the Advent Children One-Winged Angel didn't get in. Because, like, I'm surprised we didn't have a version of One-Winged Angel in the base game. Because, like, that's the song everyone knows from Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy's 1-1 or Green Hill Zone or Wily Stage 1. Like, I do wonder if they're gonna add any more. Because 7's got a great soundtrack. It's not my favorite. That'll be the 7 remakes. But so I guess then it is. But yeah, what else? What else are they? We have the Genova themes, both of them. We have Sephiroth's pre One-Winged Angel battle theme was Birth of a God, I think. It's where you fight Bizarro Sephiroth. We have the bombing mission. We got the snowboard and the motorcycle themes. I'm trying to think of anything else from 7 specifically. Because obviously there's like 800,000 other songs they could get from the other games. Sephiroth's stage. We don't have a name for it yet, but it's the area where you fight the final encounters with Genova. I don't remember what the name is. I haven't gotten to that part in the original game. It looks really cool. Looks very different from Midgar, which I guess is obvious, but whatever. But yeah, this means a whole lot. Just wow. I can't believe they actually went and did it. And again, this makes me rethink what I was thinking for like the rest of the Fighters Pass. Because if you remember in the other video I did, I said that they're probably just gonna have like stuff from new franchises. How they wouldn't have characters like Tails or Sephiroth, and clearly that's wrong. So yeah, maybe they will. Maybe they will add Dr. Eggman. Maybe they will add one of the champions for Breath of the Wild. Maybe they'll add Rex and Pyra. I still want Crash, but I still think Crash is going to happen. Like he just has to, and then he's not going to happen, and I'm going to look like an idiot. I do think Sora's chances have been very diminished by this, because we've never really had more than one of the same company be like in a Fighters Pass. Because last time we had Atlas with Joker, Squeenix with Hero, Microsoft with Banjo, SNK with Terry, and then Byleth was the standard Nintendo thing. And then this one we started out with a standard Nintendo thing, and then went for a Microsoft and now Square Enix. I really hope they don't do the exact same companies that were in the first one, though. I don't even know who Atlas would even get. Yeah, I kind of want like Capcom to get a chance with like. I mean, everyone's saying Dante, and so am I. Dante would be awesome. I think. Again, in Crash. Who else? Chun-Li. I know. Because obviously Sephiroth's broken away the whole. Oh, it can't be from like the same third-party series. So I think, yeah, bring in Chun-Li. Bring in Chun-Li. Bring in Dr. Eggman. Bring in Bass. Who else? Yeah, this is wild. I mean, I know like Steve was like super mind blowing that it broke Twitter. I've seen more YouTubers have super strong reactions to Sephiroth, though. I think it's because a lot of them are in the older demographic. So they played Final Fantasy VII, and Final Fantasy VII is still like a respected thing, whereas Minecraft is still a more casual thing. So everyone's more like, oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, after the initial what? But like Sephiroth, everyone knows Sephiroth. He's a highly beloved, respected character, and he's one of the most iconic villains of all time. So, makes sense that everyone would have this reaction around him, including me. Also, Sakurai is apparently having a presentation about him on the 17th, which is in less than a week. And my guess is he's going to be dropped after the presentation, since the presentation is taking place much later than they usually do. And usually, like, the fighter drops at, like, 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. So, I think he'll do that, and they'll like, those fighters available after the presentation. But by the way, yeah, I think I will make a reaction on that, because I want to see how this guy plays. And to potentially either laugh or get mad at the number of Final Fantasy tracks. Yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys then, next week. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, this is a, Frollo Show shirt that I got the picture off Google Images, and then I just, like, ironed it onto a shirt. This is a few years old, actually. Yeah. I like it. It's not super high quality, but you can still see Frollo and Gaston and Bison and Guile and Hades and all those guys. I'm sorry, that was way off topic. Yeah, guess I'll see you guys when I see you guys. That's it for me then. Still trying to work on these outros.